So the most important thing we're doing as a university is our own carbon net zero journey. So at the University of Hull we have a sustainability board that is now enshrined within the university's future, a transition to net zero by 2027. That's the most ambitious target of any comprehensive university in the UK, and it's all about us taking those steps as quickly as possible into the future. It is the most ambitious target, and if I'm brutally truthful around it, it's a little bit scary as well, because we don't know exactly how we're going to do all of it, but the most important thing is that we move quickly now and get the easy wins in play as soon as possible. So for me, the most impactful thing is walking the walk as a university and as an institution. Sure, so the biggest benefit of embracing sustainability and reducing carbon has been known about for a long time. Lord Stern's report over 10 years ago demonstrated that the cost of inaction around addressing the climate crisis far outweighs the cost of doing nothing. So the costs into the future, the cumulative human and capital and costs, financial costs into the future, they're dwarfed if we don't act on climate. So for me, the biggest imperative to make the transition and make the changes is actually an economic argument. There's a moral argument, absolutely, but there's an economic argument that is probably as strong, if not stronger. So the biggest challenges associated with addressing the climate crisis is actually communication. One is making sure that everybody's lined up around the world in global societies and addressing the single most important issue of our time. But there's lots of misinformation out there. There's lots of vested interests in delaying action on climate. So the biggest challenge is actually breaking through that. 95% of scientists globally recognise that climate change is induced by human activity, and that it's going to cause a whole range of serious consequences if we don't act. So the biggest challenge is breaking through that disinformation and moving societies, their governments, to act on climate.